7 years ago, when you lived on Steiner Road. Listen to your sister when she came home from school. She was 2 years older and she had boys in the room. And we listened outside and we heard her, alright. Well, I was alright for a while, but soon I wanted more. I want to see her as well as hear her, so I hid inside her wardrobe. She came around my floor with some kid called David from the garage up the road. And I listened outside and I heard her, alright. I wanna take you home, I wanna give you children, and you might be my girlfriends, yeah, yeah, yeah. How's it going, folks? This is Wayne Art, back with another lesson, and today we're looking at some classic Pulp and Babies. One of my favourite Pulp songs, this. I think Jarvis Cocker at his best. The lyrics to this are absolutely phenomenal. It's not a terribly difficult song to play either, you know, pretty easy sort of open chords. I'm going to show you a few of the riffs. I've looked at a few different versions of this. There's a good version of Jarvis playing this acoustically, so I've done sort of a mixture of that and the original recording, so I hope you guys dig it. Now, if you do want the chords, the lyrics and the strumming pattern, as always, I'm going to post it up on my Patreon page, so I'll put a link to that in the description. I'll also put a link in the comments, and the way that works, you just sign up for as little as a couple of quid a month, or however much you can afford. It's all very much appreciated, and it helps fund, you know, my time doing these lessons, the filming, the editing, the research, me actually doing these lessons. It's very time consuming, so it's a way for you guys to give a little bit back, and it's all very much appreciated. And you'll not only get access to this song, pretty much everything I've done over the past 10 months, and there's some exclusive stuff up there that isn't currently on YouTube as well, so go over and check that out. Another way that you could help me out is subscribing. Thanks everyone who already has. If you are subscribed, further way you could help me out is hitting that little notification bell that's somewhere down there. And if you want to, please go and follow me on social media. So I'm Wayne R Guitar on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now also TikTok. As you always say, I'm trying to get down with the kids. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so the song is in standard tuning. Now, if you want to put the opening riff in, quite easy, so we're just going to have the second finger, that will be on the 7th fret on the D, and the first finger will be on the 6th fret on the G, and we're just going to pick between, you know, those two strings. So it's like 2 picks on the D, and then 1 on the G, and then back to the D, so we get this. And then we're just going to move that down a whole step, so we're now on the 5th fret and the 4th fret to do exactly the same. Okay, and then the chords to the verse. Now there's only really 2 parts to this. You're going to need a verse and a chorus. So the chords are a D major 7. I do that by barring the 2nd fret, the top E, the B and the G string, playing the open D. And we're going to do a G. Now it's up to you what G you use. I prefer to use, you know, the 4-fingered G, because we're going to get this little melody in a short while. So it's just strumming between those 2 chords. So we get the D major 7. Now if you want to put that riff in, so straight after the G chord, all that is I'm hammering on the A string from an open A to the 2nd fret, and I'm playing an open D string, so we get this twice, and then the last time we just play 2 and then back to the open A, so we get this. It's quite nice to add that, you know, I've seen Jarvis Cocker playing this acoustically, he adds that riff in, sounds really good. So I'm just going to play you that first verse through and you can see how that would sort of gel together. So we got it. Well, it happened years ago, when you lived on Stanhope Road. You listened to your sister when she came home from school. She was 2 years older and she had boys in the room. And we listened outside and we heard her, alright. So put that riff in again. Right. Well, it was alright for a while, but soon I wanted more. I want to see her as well as hear her. So I hid inside a wardrobe. She came home around 4. Was with some kid called David from the garage up the road. And I listened outside and I heard her, alright. So as we go into the chorus, it's nice to do this little pickup first from the G and F sharp over a D chord. So all that is keep the 2 fingers on at the bottom and the first finger will go on the 2nd fret on the low E string, and then the chorus chords will be an E minor, a G and a D major 7. That's going to go round twice, so it's going to sing that round. And we listen outside and I heard it, alright. I want to take you home, I want to give you children, you might be my girlfriend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's nice to add this little melody in there, this little breakdown section at the end of the first chorus. So all we do is strum the D major 7. So we pick the G, B, top E string, B, and back to the G. So we strum G, B, E, B, G. And then we do the same on the G, strum, exactly the same picking pattern. G, B, E, B, G, D major 7. And then we start strumming again. I saw you the next day. Okay, and that's pretty much, you know, the meat and potatoes of the song. There's a few breakdown sections where we're playing the same chords, but you'd play it a little bit quieter and things like that. So the only other different bit, right at the end of the chorus, I'll just sing the last chorus through. We just keep the, you know, the ending game with the D major 7 and the G a bit longer. So we get this. I wanna take you home, I wanna give you children, you might be my girlfriend. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 And we finish there on the D major 7. Okay, so that just leaves us with a strumming pattern. So I sort of mix it up a little bit as I go along, but I always give a bit of a guide pattern for people who struggle with strumming. I know there's plenty of people out there, I appreciate that. One of the hardest things to get down is probably strumming and bar chords as a, you know, as a beginner, getting into sort of an intermediate stage. So a pattern that would work would be a down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So that's a down, down, up, down, up, down, up. All you're going to need. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. Hope you all dug that. What a tune and what a band, Pulp, you know, massive band of the 90s, you know, the Britpop sort of movement. Obviously, you know, I'm a huge Oasis fan, but a huge sort of admiration for bands like Pulp, you know. Jarvis Cocker is, you know, one of this country's finest songwriters. So, like I say, if you are a Pulp fan, I've done a few other ones, Sorted for Ease and Where's Common People's up there. Disco 2000, which is a good one, another one of my favourites if you want to go and check that out. But if you've got any requests for anything that I haven't done, hasn't just got to be Pulp, it can be anything 50s to modern day. It's going to work well on an acoustic or an electric guitar within reason. So the easiest way to put a request in is a lot of you know the drill now, I think. Either comment in the post below, or if you want to find me a personal message over through social media and those platforms I suggested at the start of the video, you're very welcome to. I just always point out that I literally get hundreds and I do have to hemp it them a little bit. But don't let that put you off. Please do keep your requests coming, because that's what keeps this channel going, and it's all very much appreciated. Another thing that's very much appreciated, thanks to everyone who's subscribed. I'll quickly mention it again. If you are subscribed, further way you could help me out is hitting that little notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video up. The Patreon thing, sorry to keep banging on about that, but that really helps out. So there's a link to that in the description, also a link in the comments if you want to go over and check that out. And I always say word of mouth is a very powerful thing, so if you dig what I do, please like and share my videos. Tell your friends, tell your work colleagues, anyone you know plays a guitar, please point them at my direction. I really appreciate that. So that just leaves me to say have a great morning, day, night, whenever it is you're watching, and I'll catch you all for lesson very soon. Take care.